Hello, guys. Wow. The Little Prince of France is back and better. The second Napoleon. This time not from Corsica, but this time in Champagne. He takes the reins in the yellow jersey. That was amazing. The Little Prince of France, Julian Alaphilippe, won in absolutely stunning fashion. I didn't expect him to win this much, right? This big, this far away. I didn't expect him to attack from 15K from the climb, but it looked like it was all premeditated. It looked like this was exactly the spot where they wanted to attack, right? The early breakaway got off. Tim Wellens attacked and got his points for the polka dot jersey. And just when he was hitting that top of that very steep climb with 15K to go, Alaphilippe went and after him attacked, right? There was a moment where like Bernal and a couple of Inoes guys looked at each other. There was an Astana guy too. They looked at each other and they were like, no way, man, I'm not going. So just the speed. I mean, the question is whether they could have gone really with him, the GC guys. But at that point, it was just too fast for them. So he didn't catch Wellens before the end of the hill, but he still got 5 seconds. And then he continued, and then the way he was descending from those roads, my God. I mean, I think he was just going 50 miles an hour, right? And then kind of like a style, descender style, right? Kind of like the whole body just on a front tube, on a top tube, off the seat, right? So that was pretty amazing. And just the road was bad, man. It was like gravel, sand left and right, very kind of like a tiny road, right? It was dusty. So yeah, fearless, absolutely fearless. I was expecting that he was going to get to the final 600-meter hill and he was just going to do his work there. But absolutely perfect timing. And I kind of looked around a little bit at his interviews post race, at what the other director sportif for Quickstep was talking about, and he actually reconned this course like 10, 15 times. He rode it. Starting early in the spring, he had the descents from that category 3 and the descent into the finish. He had that whole thing marked, right? He had it timed. He knew exactly how much time he needed. He knew exactly how much time he was going to lose on that wider road, right between the last categorized climb and the climb to the finish, right? He knew that he was going to, he needed like 30 seconds, right? So amazing. He deserves the yellow jersey. He's, uh, Jumbo tried chasing him, right? Sunweb tried. Bora kind of did a little bit, but I just didn't feel like they did enough um, to catch him. Of course, it's easy to say, right? Because everybody was at the limit. It was a hard stage with several climbs, but I just didn't feel like they were organized enough to get him in the end, right? Um, so he's in yellow, deservedly so. 20 seconds ahead of the next guy. So I think that's already too much for the sprinters to try to get it off from him, especially the jumbo guys. I think it's too late for Tenius. I think it's too late for Van Aert, although both of them have chances tomorrow and the next day, especially Van Aert, right? Um, so I think he's going to keep the yellow jersey at least till stage 6. The question is right now what to make of Alaphilippe, the little prince, right? How far can he go? Can he get over the Plateau de Belle? Again, my French. Um, can he get over that? Can he still keep the yellow jersey? I don't think so. I think he's a very good puncher, and he's kind of a very good climber for the hills that are just, or hills, mountains, right? That are 7K, 8K. But once you hit, the longer climbs, the steeper climbs, and especially what's coming on stage 6, right? There's some crazy amount of climbing. I don't think he can keep it, right? But who knows? I mean, yellow jersey does wonders to people, right? Uh, we remember the performances of the French guys back in the day, right? They were getting fifth and sixth, and it was very hard to take the jersey away from them. So he could feel inspired, and he could ride a little bit further, at least until the Pyrenees. Um, a really important thing happened behind him as well, right? There was a sprint, as predicted. Classic riders kind of came to the foray. Sagan was there, Matthews was there, Van Avermaet was there, uh, Van Aert was there. So all the guys that we expected, they were there. By the way, I got it right on my fantasy again. So 2 out of 3, but not surprising there because he was a 5-star favorite of pretty much everyone. But something important happened. I don't know if anybody noticed. In the end, there was a little split between the second rider to 12th rider, 10 riders, and it was a 5-second split. And Egan Bernal got in the top 10, right? So he got 10, he got 5 seconds on every other favorite and Geraint Thomas, the teammate. The issue now becomes, the really interesting thing becomes here for the cycling fans. We talked about all this BS, all this trust between Bernal and Geraint Thomas, and all the respect of the teammates and all this, all that. But, I mean, it's pretty clear that they're 50-50, right? They're 50-50 on the leaders. And now Bernal gained 5 seconds. It's not much time, but I can see maybe a little bit of a rivalry, starting there, right? So he's 5 seconds ahead now. He's 5 seconds ahead of the other, favorites. It was good to see Jakob Vogelsang back, right? He rode pretty well today. Who else? I didn't see anybody lose time. I mean, Zakharin, right? Zakharin rode the Giro, so I didn't consider him a top 10 finish, maybe a top 20 finish. So I guess that was maybe a little bit of a surprise. Aru got a bike change problems, didn't make it, lost like a couple of minutes there. But Aru too is not really my pick for top 10. Simon Yates struggled in team time trial, so he's not a surprise too. So I guess nobody really lost a crazy amount of time. The yellow jersey Inoes tried to get over the climbs, didn't make it in the end, but he fought very well. He's 20 seconds down, so I think barring the miracle or crash of some sorts, I think his chances for the yellow are pretty much all out, and so are Van Aert's, right? And so are maybe Van Avermaet's from CCC, or Michael Matthews's, right? Or Peter Sagan's. They're just simply too far away from Alaphilippe. What else? Tim Wellens got a consolation prize for his breakaway today, so he's going to be in a polka dot jersey. Sagan is in green. My main thing really was that trust issue with that 5 seconds. It's only 5 seconds, but I think this is going to be a big issue coming in, a little bit further. If it's close enough, there might be an issue. They probably will play it out nicely in front of the TV cameras, but I think there's going to be a rivalry between Egan Bernal and Geraint Thomas, the two teammates. That's it. I think that I covered everything. Stay tuned for my stage 4 preview. Right, it's going to be a sprinter stage. Pretty exciting. What else? Well, if you liked it, hit like, right? Subscribe if you can, if you're interested in the Tour de France channel. And stay tuned for the other videos. All right, thank you.